During the season, Michigan had me well prepared for this moment. Throughout the season, we talked about Coach Harbaugh, Coach Clay, Coach Leonard, just having us prepared for this moment. I'm blessed to be a part of the team.
Have you seen those coaches at all?
Yes, I've seen a couple of them during interviews, just them walking past. Just ran into Coach Leonard earlier, so that was cool to see him.
What do you feel like you proved last year at Michigan?
From me coming from UMass and Berks playing on little school, I just feel like it just proved that I can play with the Power 5 guys and just compete like everyone else.
Was there an adjustment at all?
I wouldn't say that much of an adjustment, but definitely got challenged every day.
All the big games you played in this year, how did that help you take your game to another level and just kind of refine your craft?
Just being mentally prepared better than I was previously. The coaching staff did a great job of having us all prepared before the game, and that translated to the game this past year.
What's Jay Harbaugh like as a coach?
Oh, he's a great coach. Special team coach, great guy. I learned a lot from him this past 6 months while I was there. One of the best special team coaches I've been around.
What's the difference between him and Jim?
Well, you can say one, the age gap,
Okay.
And Coach Jay, he always has great stories for us before the game, so that's what I would say about that.
How would you sell J.J. McCarthy to an NFL team?
He's a great guy, leader, passionate about the game, and just never going to give you any problems on or off the field.
The knock against him seems to be that you guys didn't ask him to throw enough. What would you say to that?
Oh, JJ is a great thrower. I've seen him throw every pass in the world, practice and in the game. So.
Mike said that JJ, he was talking about how JJ, you never know where the play is going to come from. He said something like he'll throw it out of his butt sometimes.
Oh, wow.
What do you make of the line between playmaker JJ and reel it in JJ?
Like on
What's
and
the
off.
balance for that?
On the field, he's very locked in. Off the field, a little bit more laid back, relays with most of the guys. So I hope that answers the question.
Didn't answer it very well.
Josh, I'm an NFL GM. Tell me why I should invest in you.
You're going to get a player that comes to work every day, no on or off the field issues, and is always going to continue to get better at their craft.
What is it about your game that you highlight?
My physicality and my coverage.
There's a lot of Michigan players here. I mean, why do you think the success in producing NFL caliber players is there?
Just throughout the season, I feel like during all 15 games this year, we all did a great job of just playing our skills and just being well prepared for the moment.
A lot of you guys are only at Michigan 1 year as graduate transfers.
Yes,
What's the key to Michigan, maximizing what you guys can do?
Michigan is just the place to be. They had us well prepared throughout the entire year. Coaching staff, strength staff, and just shows why we won the national championship this year.
There a moment from this year where you felt like your NFL dream might actually come true?
You said what game?
Yeah, was there a moment where you realized like this could actually happen?
That's a tough question. I never thought about that. I would say the Ohio State game. I would say Ohio State game.
The receivers.
The receivers, and then Washington game as well.
Is Michigan recruiting your brother?
Are they?
Are they?
I don't think so. Not right now. I gotta call them and ask.
What do you make of the guys that are left in the QB room?
Say that again?
What do you make of the guys that are left in the QB room? How would you?
Oh, they're all great guys. It's going to be a great competition during the spring and during the summer. So I'm excited to see who wins the job.
What makes Will Johnson so special?
Oh, Willie's a great player, very patient at the line, and really a film junkie. So I'm happy to see where Will ends up next year.
How about the room around him for next year?
Oh, they're going to be great. They just got a new defensive coordinator, new defensive coach. So I'm excited to see where they end up next year.
Any particular players you think could really pop this spring and next year?
Really everybody, to be honest. With Michigan, we got a whole bunch of guys you guys probably never heard of ready to take the test.
Josh, why is Mikey Sanders still an NFL caliber DB?
Say that again?
Why is Mikey Sanders still an NFL caliber DB?
Oh, Mikey, he's a leader, great player on and off the field, and he's just all about his business.
Josh, have you met with Dallas Cowboys?
Just interviews at East West. Yes, right.
You've seen it on team interviews. They obviously grill you. What kind of posture or questions do you have?
I've been asking them how they got into their job, if it's a scout or a coach, and what made them want to do this for a career.
How'd you get the chain?
Got it this past season. Yes, sir. Got it. Family friend jeweler. So, yes, sir.
Josh, what has the overall process been like for you?
Oh, it's been a blessing. You know, a year ago I would have never thought I'd be in this position. So just taking it day by day and embracing the moment.
So, are there any current NFL players that you have been mentored by, look up to, emulate your game after?
I mean, I watch a mix of everybody, but I have a couple close friends in the NFL, DeMarco Allen, Nick Cross, who were previously in this position 1 or 2 years ago, so I talk to them a lot.
Josh, do you feel like the complexity of the Michigan defense helped prepare you for this?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Our whole defensive room, I feel like can play in the NFL one day. So we were in NFL defense, coached by NFL coaches. So, yes, sir.
What was the key to picking that up when you didn't arrive until June last year?
The key was a lot of extra work that people didn't see, learning the playbook, because I got there mid-June. So I was kind of behind on the 8 ball, but took a lot of time coming in the morning, meeting with coaches to catch up to the playbook.
Does that look like work at home too? How do you study a playbook? You make flashcards?
Oh yeah, just watching film on it, from previous games. Like for Michigan, I'm watching a lot of games from last year, see what they did, and just really in the playbook, learning the concept, the language, and being around the guys as well.
What was the toughest part of the terminology or everything to pick up? What was hardest?
It wasn't that tough in the beginning because, a couple of teammates like Mikey and Rob McCarry helped me out when I first got there, so kind of caught up on the playbook pretty fast.
Rod McCarry coming back. Rod McCarry coming back. Were you surprised? They're coming back to Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Were you surprised by that? You think they were going to join you here? Or?
I didn't know what they were going to do, but it's all going to work out for them. So I'm pretty happy with them. Yes, sir.
Was Don Brown involved in your decision to transfer to play with Jamal?
No, sir. No, sir.
What would you tell someone who's considering Michigan?
It's a great program, great coaches, and they're going to get you ready for the NFL. That was my experience going into Michigan this past year. I wanted to get ready for the NFL, and they did that to the best of their ability.
I don't know how much you interacted with him because he was on offense, but Steve Kasula coming to Michigan, what does he bring?
Oh, he's a great guy. I know he got the tight ends coach job.
Yes.
At UMass, he was our offensive coordinator, so he's a great guy, great coach, and I'm excited what that tight end has in store this year.
What's his reputation?
He's a cool, laid-back guy. He's very competitive. He'll get on you. If you're messing around. I seen him yell at a couple players in the QB room at UMass, but I'm excited to see what he does this year at Michigan.
Have you met with Tampa Bay this week?
Say that again?
Have you met with Tampa Bay this week?
Not this week. I talked to a lot of people during East West.
You said a year ago you didn't expect to be here. What changed? Being in Michigan? Or
Yeah, I would say being at Michigan played a huge role in having me on a bigger scale of the map, as you say, and just the competition throughout the year that I was lacking, I guess, at UMass, so that helped out a lot.
do you think that's unfair? A school like UMass, if you had been there, then you may not have had this.
I wouldn't say it's unfair. I get it at the end of the day, but just taking it day by day and controlling what you can control.
Josh, what inspired you to get into the game of football?
I really say my dad and my grandfather, they were huge football fans when I was younger, and that's how I really started playing football.
And my last question I got for you is, if you could be an animal for 24 hours, what animal would you be?
Say that again?
If you could be an animal for 24 hours, what animal would you be?
Dang, we just had this question at EXO. I said, what did I say? Rhinoceros. Yeah.
Rhinoceros?
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Why rhinoceros?
Because nobody wants to mess with them.
DJ Waller played a lot as a true freshman.
Yes.
When about his game makes him ready to take on a bigger role
Oh,
this
yeah.
year.
You know, he's a long physical corner and learned a lot from us this past year. I'm very excited to see him what he does. He's going to be a great player. So I'm happy to see him play.
You showed up in Michigan. Mike, he said he took you under his wing. How much of those intangibles of things that people don't see is Michigan going to be missing going into next year?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's a huge blow. Of course, he's a team captain, really the defensive leader on our defense. And, you know, somebody else is going to fill that role. Probably maybe Will, Mason. So they're going to be good regardless. But Mikey did play a huge role on our team this year.
Josh, what's the craziest question that you've been asked by any coaches around here?
Any coaches?
Yeah.
I haven't asked any crazy questions. Just the animal question just now. You missed my message.
Oh, I missed it, man. That's what you get for running around.
Josh, who's next at Michigan?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Will Johnson.
Tell us about Will.
Great player, physical guy, smart guy, intelligent football player. I'm excited to see him next year.
At what point did you realize he was like real deal?
Oh, when I first got there, you know, Will had a great freshman year. I think he was freshman. I can't remember. He was freshman something when I got there, but I knew he was a great player when I got there.
Who's the toughest guy you saw in practice every day?
CJ and Roman was both of them.
If you had to pick one teammate to come with you to the NFL, who are you bringing with you?
That's tough. I wish I could say everybody. I'll say JJ. I'll go with JJ.
Why JJ?
You need a quarterback to win.
What drill are you most excited for?
Say that.
What drill are you most excited for
Excited?
to show out? Like where do you think you can pop?
I'll just say the DB drills, the movement drills. I'll say that.
Are you running the 40?
Oh no, not just at the pro day I am. Yes, sir.
What should guys at the Chargers know about playing for Jim Harbaugh?
What should they know?
Yeah.
He's a player coach, a great guy. Always gonna have a message for us in the team and make you laugh. You're gonna want to play for him.
What was your first impression of him?
First impression. You know, that's a good question. 'Cause I'm trying to think from my visit.
Right.
I got a little story for you.
Right.
So my first couple of weeks up at Michigan, we had summer workouts. You know, Coach Harbaugh, he works out in the morning. And I walked past our cold tub room, and what we call it the car wash. And he's in a full uniform. He had his khakis, polo, and in the ice tub. Like, it was crazy. Yeah.
So like, did you ask him about that?
No, I just walked past like everybody else, but that was kind of different to me. Yeah, I was just one of those.
Wow. Okay. What did you think of Harbaugh before you got there, and how did that perception evolve?
Before I got there, he coached in the Super Bowl for the 49ers.
Yeah.
When I got there, I just got to know him better as a person. So that's how it was.
Thinking to Big Ten championship game, what kind of stood out to you about that Iowa offense?
What's that about the Iowa offense?
Yeah.
I know they had quarterbacks hurt this past season, but their tight end room was pretty well, and they had a great O-line.
Tendency-wise, were you able to kind of predict what they were going to do at all? Or?
Our coaches had us well prepared for the game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, sidestep that one. He already did. That's hilarious.
How often do you think about winning the national championship?
I did at first, first 2 weeks, you kind of high, but then you got to move on to the next task. After 2 weeks, I probably put it behind me, but still waiting for my ring. I'm excited about that.
Is that this summer, probably?
Probably.
Who celebrated the hardest?
Who celebrated the hardest? I don't know that. I'm not sure.
Is there a secret ingredient to winning the national championship outside of having good players, good coaches? Was there something we didn't see that made it possible?
Really just the media turning it on us, It gave us all motivation and wanted to play more for Coach Harbaugh. I remember during the Penn State game, we were on the plane finding out they suspended our coach in the air, and that kind of took us the wrong way, so that's what I'm saying.
Did you a favor then?
Say that again?
Did you a favor?
Exactly.
Do you think that was the pivotal moment?
Yeah, I believe so. That's what kind of turned us around.
What was that like on that play? Like, do you know who said what first? Like, Take us in that plane.
Yeah, so we land, and you know, in the air, your phone's not on, so you just get ESPN reports. So we're like, what's going on? And we saw Coach Harbaugh gets pulled aside, and then we're like, oh shoot, like what's happening? And we all tweeted out the bet, and then just took off from there.
Did Coach say anything to you guys at that point? Was there a message? Or
No, we just had a team meeting before the game. That was it.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.